YouTube friends, and welcome to this video, Star Wars, the big issues.
Now, we're not trying to sell you a magazine you don't want, guys. Collectively, me and Tommy have played 60 hours of Battlefront.
Yeah, and we're really enjoying it. Like, the game is super polished, but it does have a few things that I would like to see tweaked or changed. So let's go into issue 1. Spawning in. Where you spawn. Yeah.
There seems to be a bit of, well, quite a horrible issue on some modes, Supremacy and Walker Assault, where you click spawn and you land in an explosive or an AT-AT just smashing you. Supremacy seems to have the biggest issue, because at least with Walker Assault they've added that barrier so that you can't kind of walk in too far forward into the battlefield when the AT-ATs haven't moved up. But the AT-ST in Supremacy can literally just kind of trot along and just do the bloody Michael Flatley dance through somebody's spawn and absolutely wreck face. So, Tommy, what's the solution to that?
Well, I'll tell you, they've already implemented this on the Walker Assault mode. You can implement better spawn borders so that you can't just waltz the ATS team to someone's spawn. That would be fine. Another big thing which I'd like to see is allowing players to select, like, obviously for Supremacy and Walker Assault, whether to spawn on the left or the right of the map. So, because at the moment you just click start and it'll spawn you usually in some sort of flustercluck, and it's a nightmare. If at least you could select left or right, then that might alleviate some of that. Also, might give you some more opportunities for flanking tactics. So there we go. That's the spawns. On to the next issue. Maps.
Geography. No, maps.
So even though there are 13 maps on Battlefront, really, there's 4, because Walker Assault and Supremacy both take place on 4 maps which are identical. And they are the main modes for Star Wars, like Battlefront. That's the modes people are going to be playing the most, easily, like 90% of people most of the time. The rest of the maps, whilst they look nice, there's 9 more maps there, they are reserved for the smaller modes. And if anything, I'd rather that ratio was reversed. I'd rather there were 9 massive maps and a smattering of smaller maps to the other modes.
Yeah, that were just like carved up off the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. That would be better. So yeah, what do we about that, Bong?
Well, what do indeed? And I think until there's more maps added, which will presumably be added in DLCs for Walker Assault and Supremacy, like they could at least try and throw in a few extra prefabs. So like, you know, they've already got a crashed X-Wing on Hoth. Just throw a couple more in, and the odd TIE fighter, and really kind of battle scar the landscape on Supremacy. And yeah, little changes to the map. Maybe like a reduction of turrets, perhaps, on Supremacy.
Yeah. But there are some changes to these maps, but there's just not enough, is there?
Generally, try and differentiate the maps more, dependent on the mode.
Yeah. Like Endor, the Supremacy Endor is at night, for example. And I do think there's a big landed rebel thing on the Hoth one. I think these are slightly different, but more differences would be good.
Yeah.
So yes, on to the next issue.
Balance. On a beam.
Guns. How much damage? Grenades. Starting off, obviously, game balance is an ongoing thing. It's game's just come out, so obviously what we're going to mention here, you know, the solution is we have to wait and see. But talking out of the box balance, the first issue I can see is the ion torpedo. It's crazy. The range on it is seemingly unlimited, so you can just spawn. Yeah, like it's basically the whole map. Yeah, so basically, on Hoth, you know, you spawn an AT-ST in, you're going to get railed by those immediately before you've even got anywhere near the enemies, sometimes anyway.
Yeah, well, specifically on the Ion Torpedo, the cooldown and the homing shot, the cooldown on them, it seems a little bit too frequent, specifically when it's been upgraded, and the cooldown's even further reduced. So I actually think a double cooldown on the Ion Torpedo would probably be preferred.
Let's not forget you can just whip it into the sky and instantly shoot at a TIE fighter or an X-Wing.
Maybe add a Stinger on, maybe an anti-air Ion Torpedo and then a land one.
And then the next issue, double nade. Double nade. Double nade. Double nade. By that, of course, I mean the thermal detonator, the impact detonator, the grenade barrage, and the ion nade.
Which kill people.
Oh yes, I think that should only be able to be put in either the left or right star card slot. You shouldn't be able to have the double nade going on, because especially on the infantry modes, that is horrible. It just reminds me of Metro and bloody Operation Locker on Battlefield. It's just horrible.
They could easily add a thing where you put a grenade in. Doesn't matter whether it's left or right slot. Once one grenade is in the slot, it goes, oh, you can't equip another grenade. You've already got one.
That'd be easy.
Yeah.
Next issue, Bob?
The DL-44. Which is the pistol I think the deluxe edition gets unlocked by default. It's a 2-shot kill.
That's meant. I don't know what they're smoking. I know it fires really slow and has a bit of recoil, but especially if you play in first person, it's literally just too good. I don't care who your dad is, it's too good. So that needs a look at. The last point of balance, which we've discovered anyway, is that our friend Darthy boy, Darthy Veve, as he likes to be called, he's just bad. It's as simple as that. Compared to the other heroes, he's just bad. I see no point in choosing Darth.
The other Jedi, Luke.
Oh yeah, especially compared to Luke. But even Boba Fett and even I think the Emperor is just better. They're easier to use. They can kill more people more quickly, and yeah, Darthy just suffers.
Vader, he's got some like visually cool abilities, but they leave you open to taking too much damage. You can't jump through the air and do the choke, like whereas with Luke, he can dive through and go force push and kill like 20 people. Well, maybe not 20, but
well, maybe. Right, on to the next issue, which is connectivity. Playing with friends.
Party size limits when you're searching with the matchmaking. Basically, if you've got more than 3 people in your party, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, it was going to put you on a fresh server, because the way it works is obviously it's trying to find a server with enough slots on one team for you to join. So if you have 8 people, you go, I've got 7 mates, let's all go play Battlefront. It's going to put you on an empty server. Now that might be okay for Walker Assault or Supremacy, where those modes are going to fill up fast anyway, and it's 20v20. But for some of the smaller modes, that's not going to be good. It's going to put you on a fresh server. People are going to join, look at the fact that you're a stacked team, and go no, and just leave.
Now, what's the solution for that though?
Well, there is none. No, there is a solution. You can add a scramble teams option for party searching. So that, if you don't mind being on opposite teams, you can get into games faster, so that if you're a party, you go, we don't care, we can fight each other. It'll, dump people onto opposite teams. That's a way of doing it. Or, of course, please, DICE.
Our little hidden secret.
DICE.
A server browser.
DICE, please. Just add a server browser. DICE. I'll do anything. I'll bake you a cake in the shape of a dice.
A hot dice cake.
On to the last biggest issue. Wasted opportunities. Things they could have done better. Pong, tell me a wasted opportunity. Give me a wasted opportunity.
Okay, so the co-op mode, the 2-player survival thing, why can that not be 4, 6, 5?
Yeah, why not? Sorry.
It doesn't really... Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just silly. And moving on, the battle mode, why can't that be 5v5 with the little squads of AI and stuff? That'd be lovely.
Well, there's also some maps that are available in the single and co-op battle modes, which just aren't in the main modes. So for the multiplayer, why not throw a couple of them in and have a little bit of variance on Blast?
Yeah, there's a Hoth mode. There's like a network of tunnels and an outside hill and a few little hillocks. And that's definitely not in any of the modes. So I don't really know why.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Blast, well, why is there no kill confirm mode? Why is it like Blast confirmed or bounty hunt?
Well, exactly, because that is actually in the game. They've got that mechanic. Yeah. It's in there. I've seen it. It's there.
Yeah, but you can only do 1v1.
Yeah, you can do 1v1 on it, or versus the AI.
Oh yeah.
And you can pick up the little coins to get points for the mode, or deny enemy points. It's actually in the game. So why can't we have a kill confirm mode? That's fine, isn't it? I mean,
they could add that in the next DLC. Go, what new mode? It's already done,
guys. Send a bill to tag. It's done. What other opportunities have been wasted?
Well, the hero hunt mode doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't at all, and not even one bit. I mean,
it's quite frustrating because you could do 90% of a hero's damage, and somebody goes thank you and just like instantly kills that hero, or you die. Yeah.
So, some solutions to these wasted opportunities. Bong, give me one.
A solution I've got? Transferring some of the content from the co-op modes to the multiplayer. Obviously, they've done a lot of the work, like we said. There's literally kill confirmed in the game. It works. It's functional. Make it multiplayer. That's one new mode. Next mode.
Yep. Hero Hunt, which I actually think is quite I love the idea of one guy versus eight. I love like asymmetrical mode. That's why stuff like Evolve I really enjoyed. Stuff like that. I love asymmetry. So I would like that mode to be fun. How would we make it fun, Bong?
Well, why not just take it in turns? You get to pick a hero, or per map. The Sarlacc pit map is Boba Fett's map, and maybe there could be a Death Star map with Darth or whatever. And each person gets a turn with the hero, and whoever gets the most kills as that hero wins.
Everyone plays the hero. Whoever does the best as that hero during their time with them wins the mode. I mean, that to me is a lot better than the current setup. These are basically the major problems we've had with this game. However, that's not to dissuade people from playing it. I think we're definitely going to do well. Clearly polished and has had a lot of effort put into it. So, well done.
Yeah.
Well done, DICE. But, But other than that, these issues, they can't be ignored.
Bring on the first patch.
But until the next egg,
keep watching the Force.
In the egg one.